So begin by standing with your feet in a comfortable resting position and take stock of where you sense the pressure under your feet. Where's the weight in your left foot? Where's the weight in your right foot? Make a mental note or draw a physical note of that. And now I'd like you to get a kind of a feel for where your rib cage is in space. The rib cage is an easy way to keep track of the movement of your spine. So when I say rib cage, we're also talking about your spine, to keep it simple. So I want you to get a sense of the position that your rib cage is resting in. Do you feel like one side of your rib cage is lower down than the other? You can feel with your hands under your lower ribs and see if one side is more closer to your hip bone. If you're not sure, don't worry about it too much. Mine feels a little bit lower on the right-hand side. And now get a sense of whether or not you're twisted more with your chest more to one side or the other. And if you're not sure, you can kind of just look down and maybe touch your rib cage and see if one hand looks like it's more in front of the other. And if you're not sure, don't worry too much. You maybe aren't exhibiting too much of a rotation. Having trouble telling. We're always the hardest people to assess on ourselves though. But I'm sensing a little bit of a rotation to the right as well. And then get a feel when you're ready for whether or not it feels like your rib cage is tilted up and you're arching your spine, or if you're a bit more rounded and flexing your spine, just standing there. And I have the sense that my rib cage just likes to stick up a little bit. So if I were to exaggerate the way that I'm standing with my rib cage, I'm a little bit down on the right, rotated right, and lifted up like this. So I want you to exaggerate whatever rib cage posture you feel like you're in. Even if it's wrong, just do it anyway. And see if that increases the sense of where the pressure is in your feet. Does it, that's the word I'm looking for. Does it make it more pronounced? And for me, it kind of does. It makes everything feel heavier in my right foot. So now take yourself into the exact opposite posture, just as an experiment to see if that changes how you're resting on your feet. So I'm going to take my rib cage out of this posture and go down with the front of it. In the side bend the opposite way and go to the left. And then I'm going to rotate to the left. And oh, this feels like everything I don't know how to do. And interestingly, I'm definitely sensing a lightening of the weight in my right foot, which feels very comfortable. And more pressure going into my inside of my left heel, which is where it usually does not go. My history is that I've had a lot of back problems, especially on my right-hand side. In this position that I was just in, side bent, rotated, and arched with my back, that puts a lot of compression onto the right side of my back. And this takes it away and also changes the weight distribution in my feet. So I think that's pretty cool. I didn't know this until right now. Huh.